in the cheerful town of Brightville, there lived a curious and energetic boy named Arjun. Now Arjun was full of life. He loved to play, talk, run, and dream. His mind was a whirlwind of amazing ideas, always jumping from one thought to another like a playful monkey swinging through the trees. But here's the catch: Arjun found it incredibly hard to control his own thoughts. When it was time to study, his mind would drift to games. When he was supposed to be listening, he'd be thinking about what to say next. And even when it was time to rest, his mind was still racing, full of energy. His teachers and parents would often say, "Arjun, you need to discipline your mind." But for Arjun, those words were just a puzzle he couldn't solve. One bright morning, Arjun sat at his desk, ready to tackle his homework. "I'll get this done in 10 minutes, no problem," he said with a burst of confidence. But just as he started, his mind began to wander. Maybe I should draw a superhero instead. Or, what if I just play with my new ball for 5 minutes? Oh, I almost forgot to check on my toy cars. Before he knew it, an entire hour had slipped by. Arjun looked down at his empty, unfinished notebook and let out a long, frustrated sigh. "Why can't my mind just listen to me for once?" he mumbled to himself. Later, at school, his teacher, Ms. Mira, noticed how restless he was. She had a kind way about her and saw the potential in Arjun. "Arjun," she said gently, "your mind is incredibly powerful, like a superhero. But even a superhero needs direction." She turned and wrote on the board in big, clear letters, "Discipline equals doing what is right, even when it is hard." "Tomorrow," Ms. Mira announced to the class, "I have a small challenge for each of you. Just try to focus on one single task at a time." Arjun nodded along with the others, but inside, he felt a knot of doubt. It sounded so simple, yet for him, it felt like climbing a mountain. That evening, feeling a bit down, Arjun went to the local park. There, he met Mr. Ramon, a wise, elderly coach who trained children in various sports. Mr. Ramon watched Arjun for a while. He saw him run a few steps, then stop suddenly, then start running again, only to sit down moments later. "You have a lot of energy, young man," Mr. Ramon said with a warm smile. "But energy without discipline can become chaos." Arjun just looked at him, confused. Mr. Ramon then picked up a colorful kite from his bag. "A kite flies high in the sky," he began, "not because it's completely free, but because it's controlled by a string." He held up the string for Arjun to see. "This string," he explained, "is discipline. It doesn't hold the kite back. It guides it, helping it soar. In the same way, discipline guides your mind to reach its highest potential." Arjun stood there, thinking deeply about the kite and its string. The idea began to click. The very next day, Arjun decided to give it a real try. He sat down with his books and said aloud, "Okay, 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes of focus." A few moments in his mind started to pull away. "This is so boring. Maybe I should just stop." But then, he remembered the image of the kite, soaring high and steady. "No," he whispered firmly to himself. "I choose to focus." He brought his attention back to the page. 10 minutes passed, then 20. He looked at his completed work, and for the first time, a genuine smile spread across his face. "I did it," he said softly, a new feeling of pride bubbling up inside him. From that day on, Arjun made it a daily practice. He created simple rules for himself. Finish his work before he went out to play, listen carefully before speaking, and think calmly before reacting to anything. Whenever his mind tried to run away like that playful monkey, he would gently guide it back. Not with anger or frustration, but with patience, like he was taming a friendly pet. Slowly but surely, Arjun began to change. He listened better in class, and his teachers noticed. He finished his tasks on time, which made his parents happy. Most importantly, he felt calmer, more in control, and genuinely happier. Then came the day of a big, important test at school. As he sat waiting, fear started to creep into his mind. What if I fail? What if I forget everything I studied? The old panic started to rise. But this time, Arjun knew what to do. He closed his eyes and took a long, deep breath. My mind is my friend, he told himself quietly. I will guide it. I will not let fear guide me. During the exam, he focused completely, tackling one question at a time, just as he had practiced. When the results were announced, Arjun had scored higher than ever before. But it wasn't just the marks that made him proud. It was the feeling of having conquered his own wandering mind. That evening, he went to thank Ms. Mira and Mr. Ramon. I finally understand, he said with a bright smile. Discipline isn't a punishment or a cage. Exactly, Ms. Mira replied warmly. It's a form of self-care. Mr. Ramon, who was nearby, added his own wisdom. A disciplined mind, he said, patting Arjun on the shoulder, creates a disciplined and happy life. From that day forward, Arjun was still the same playful, laughing, dreaming boy. But now, he was the one in control of his thoughts. He learned that his mind was a powerful tool, that discipline was the key to unlocking its power, and that true success comes from focus. Arjun discovered a truth that would stay with him forever. When you learn to discipline your mind, you unlock your greatest potential and can achieve anything you set your heart on. The real moral here is that a disciplined mind leads to calm thoughts, wise choices, and a successful, fulfilling life. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content.